Be still for a moment, not to escape, not to prepare, not to anticipate, but to recognize. There is a truth pressing gently against your awareness right now, and it does not announce itself with force. It waits. It waits because it has always been present. And truth, when it is eternal, never rushes. You have been trained to believe that there is somewhere ahead of you, a future state, a distant arrival, a finish line marked by achievement, healing, abundance, clarity, peace. And because you were taught this, you learn to live in pursuit, always moving, always becoming, always reaching. Yet beneath all of this movement, something in you has never moved at all. That unmoving center is where this teaching begins. Christ did not speak in the language of delay. He did not say the kingdom would come after enough effort, enough suffering, enough worthiness. He said, the kingdom of God is within you, not approaching, not forming, not pending approval, within, present, immediate. And here is the great reversal most never make. You do not arrive at fulfillment by traveling forward in time. You arrive by withdrawing identification from the illusion that you are not already there. This is not poetry. This is law. Neville Goddard spoke of this as living from the end. But the end he referred to was not a future outcome. It was a state of consciousness, a state that already exists, a state that does not need to be created, only entered. Creation is finished. Scripture declares it plainly, though the meaning is often missed. The works were finished from the foundation of the world. Finished does not mean experienced. It means available. It means every state already exists as a potential reality, waiting not for effort, but for assumption. This is why striving feels exhausting. You are trying to build what already exists. You are attempting to earn access to what is already yours by law. Listen carefully now, because this is the pivot point. You do not get there by changing the world. You get there by changing where you are standing inwardly. Most people are standing in a state called not yet. They pray from it. They visualize from it. They plan from it. They act from it. And because the subconscious mind is literal and obedient, it continues to reproduce not yet in endless forms. The subconscious does not understand future tense. It only understands identity. So when you say, one day I will be confident, the subconscious hears, I am not confident. When you say, I am working toward abundance, it hears, I am lacking. When you say, I'm healing, it hears, I am sick. This is not cruelty. It is precision. Christ-centered mysticism has always taught that identity precedes manifestation. I am was not merely a name spoken from a burning bush. It was a revelation of creative law. Whatever follows I am is taken as truth by consciousness and expressed as experience. This is why Jesus never said, I will become. He said, I am. And when he spoke, the world rearranged. You have been attempting to reach a version of yourself that already exists in consciousness. The peaceful you, the confident you, the abundant you, the whole you. And the reason it feels distant is not because it is far away, but because you are still looking at it instead of from it. Perspective is everything. Imagine standing in a room and pointing to the door, saying, that's where freedom is. Now imagine walking through the door and turning around. The room is the same, but your relationship to it has changed. Nothing external needed to shift first. This is how manifestation works. You do not wait for evidence to change your state. You change your state, and evidence reorganizes itself. Science now confirms this ancient truth. The brain does not simply respond to reality, it predicts it. It filters perception, behavior, and opportunity based on self-concept. The nervous system organizes itself around what feels normal. And what feels normal is not what you desire, it is what you identify with. So the question is not, how do I get there? The question is, who am I being right now? If you are being someone who is on the way, life will keep you on the way. If you are being someone who has arrived inwardly, life must follow. This is where resistance arises for many. The ego protests, but nothing has changed yet. Of course it hasn't. Effects lag behind causes. Mirrors respond after you move. When Jesus healed, he did not wait for the body to change before declaring wholeness. He declared wholeness, and the body complied. According to your faith be it unto you. Faith was not belief in a miracle. Faith was loyalty to a state before evidence appeared. This loyalty is what Neville called persistence. Not persistence in action, but persistence in assumption. To realize you are already there is not to deny your current circumstances, it is to deny them the authority to define you. Circumstances are symptoms. States are causes. You do not argue with symptoms. You replace causes. This is why changing yourself is the only work. Not improving behavior, not suppressing emotion, not forcing positivity, but shifting the seat of identity. Let this land gently. You are not the version of you who is becoming. You are the awareness selecting which version is active. Awareness does not grow. It chooses, and every choice is internal before it is visible. When you live from the state of already being fulfilled, something remarkable happens. You stop rushing. You stop comparing. You stop explaining. You stop bracing. Your actions become cleaner, fewer, more precise. This is not laziness. This is alignment. Christ did not move frantically. He moved deliberately. Authority has no need for haste. You can feel the difference between trying and assuming. Trying feels tight. Assuming feels calm. Trying seeks confirmation. Assuming expects coherence. The Bible names this rest. There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. Rest is not inactivity. It is inner completion. When something feels complete inwardly, the subconscious stops resisting its expression. You have been taught to chase outcomes, but outcomes are shadows. States are substance. To live more positively is not to deny negativity. It is to stop identifying with it. Positivity that is forced collapses. Positivity that is assumed stabilizes. To be a better person every day is not to correct flaws endlessly. It is to live from the version of you who already embodies integrity, compassion, clarity. Behavior follows identity. This is the reason self-improvement often fails. It tries to fix behavior without relocating identity. But when identity shifts, behavior reorganizes naturally. You do not become patient by trying to act patient. You become patient by identifying as someone who is grounded. You do not become generous by forcing generosity. You become generous by identifying as someone who is sufficient. Everything flows downhill from identity. Now listen closely, because this is where the teaching becomes practice. When you wake each morning, do not ask what you must accomplish to get there. Ask instead, from where am I choosing to live today? From fear or trust? From lack or sufficiency? From becoming or being? Choose deliberately. And once chosen, rest into it. Do not monitor it. Do not test it. Do not check it against circumstances. That is how states dissolve. States stabilize through calm consistency, not anxious maintenance. When doubt appears, and it will do not fight it, fighting reinforces identity. Simply return. Return to the assumption. Return to the feeling of already being. Returning is mastery. You may ask, but what about action? Action will come. Correct action always comes from correct being. When you are aligned, action feels obvious, effortless, timed. You will know when to move and when to wait, not by logic, but by clarity. This is how Christ lived. This is how Neville taught. This is how consciousness operates. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not missing a step. You have been standing at the door, thinking you were still on the road. So now, let the shoulders soften. Let the breath slow. Let the inner urgency dissolve. You are not getting there. You are realizing where you already are. And from this realization, life will reorganize not because you demanded it, but because you finally stopped contradicting it. Be still now, not because nothing is happening, but because everything that matters has already begun. And as this realization settles more deeply, you begin to feel a subtle but decisive shift in gravity. Life no longer feels like something pulling you forward. It feels like something rising to meet you. The pressure to become dissolves, and in its place appears a steadiness that does not need explanation. This steadiness is not emotional numbness. It is clarity without agitation. It is the calm of one who has stopped arguing with reality and has begun to cooperate with it. You start to notice how much energy was once spent asking, "Am I there yet?" That question alone kept you from arriving, because the one who asked it has already decided they are not. The subconscious heard the question and faithfully maintained the distance, but now the question no longer arises. not because every desire has visibly manifested, but because the identity of distance has been released. Distance was never spatial, it was psychological. Christ never traveled to truth. He spoke from it. When he said, "Before Abraham was, I am," he was collapsing time. He was revealing that awareness is not bound to sequence. Consciousness does not wait its turn. It occupies. This is why manifestation does not require patience in the human sense. It requires fidelity, fidelity to a state, loyalty to an inner position regardless of sensory contradiction. You are learning now that contradiction is not opposition, it is lag, the echo of a former assumption. And echoes fade when you stop speaking into the canyon. The world you see today is the after image of yesterday's state. To react emotionally to it is to renew that state. To remain inwardly anchored is to let the image dissolve on its own. This is dominion. The Bible speaks of this dominion not as dominance over others, but as rulership over self. He that ruleth his spirit is better than he that taketh a city. To rule your spirit is to choose your state consciously and refuse to abandon it under pressure. Pressure reveals where identity truly rests. You will notice now that situations that once triggered urgency no longer do, not because you are indifferent, but because you are no longer rooted in outcome. You are rooted in being. From being, outcomes become negotiable rather than threatening. This is the great secret behind effortlessness. When your sense of self is no longer at stake, action becomes clean. You do not overthink. You do not overcorrect. You do not overextend. You respond. And response is intelligence in motion. This is where imagination takes on its rightful role, not as fantasy, not as escape, but as selection. You are no longer imagining to feel better temporarily. You are imagining to choose where you stand. When you imagine from already there, the scene does not feel dramatic. It feels ordinary, normal. This is how you know it is effective. The subconscious accepts what feels natural. It resists what feels exaggerated. Normalcy is the signature of truth. So when you imagine relief rather than excitement. You imagine ease rather than applause. You imagine life continuing smoothly after the desire has been fulfilled. This is living from the end, not celebrating the end, but inhabiting the life that follows it. And once inhabited, it no longer needs rehearsal. You may also notice that your relationship with time continues to change. Deadlines lose their power. Waiting loses its sting. This is not because you have given up on results, but because you are no longer separate from them inwardly. Separation creates urgency. Union creates patience. Scripture calls this patience long-suffering, but not in the sense of endurance through pain. In the original meaning, it implies capacity, the capacity to remain unmoved while something unfolds. This is spiritual maturity. You are no longer attempting to bend reality to your will. You are aligning will with reality's deeper order, and that order is intelligent, precise, and responsive. Science now mirrors this understanding through coherence. When thought, emotion, and identity align, the system stabilizes. Energy stops leaking through contradiction. Action becomes efficient. Results compound. This is not mysticism divorced from reason. This is mysticism confirmed by reason. You are learning to trust coherence more than control. Control demands constant vigilance. Coherence sustains itself. As you live from this place, you will find that guidance becomes quieter but more accurate. It does not shout. It nudges. You will feel when to speak and when to remain silent, when to move and when to wait, when to accept and when to redirect. This is not intuition as a mystical gift. This is intuition as a byproduct of alignment. The mind that is not divided can hear clearly. And now, something else becomes obvious. Much of what you thought you wanted was really a longing to feel a certain way, safe, valued, free, at peace. And now that you are learning to feel these things without waiting for conditions, desire itself becomes more refined. You want less, but what you want carries more power. This refinement is not loss. It is precision. Christ did not ask for many things. He spoke a few words with absolute authority. And the world obeyed not because he forced it, but because he was not in conflict with it. Conflict is always internal first. So you continue now not by striving, not by seeking signs, not by measuring progress, but by remaining loyal to the realization that changed everything. You were never meant to arrive by effort. You were meant to awaken by recognition. Recognition does not add, it reveals. And what it reveals cannot be taken, delayed, or reversed. You are already standing where you once hoped to be standing. You are already being who you once thought you would become. You are already aligned with the law you once tried to master. Nothing dramatic needs to happen now. Nothing needs to be proven. Remain here, remain steady, remain faithful to the inner position you have claimed. And from this stillness, life will continue to shape itself with accuracy, with grace, with inevitability, because you did not get there by moving forward. You arrived. The moment you realized you were already home. And as you remain here, something settles even deeper than understanding. It is not a thought. It is not a conclusion. It is a quiet permission you give yourself to stop searching for confirmation outside of what you already know inside. This is where the transformation becomes irreversible. You begin to sense that the compulsion to explain yourself to others, to circumstances, even to your own mind has softened. Explanation was always a sign of inner negotiation, and negotiation ends when truth is accepted without defense. You are no longer trying to convince life that you belong where you stand. You are standing, and life is adjusting. This is the posture of authority. Authority does not announce itself. It does not rush. It does not argue. It assumes. Christ never debated reality. He declared states. Lazarus, come forth. He did not say, I hope this works. He did not wait for signs of improvement. He spoke from certainty, not optimism. And certainty is not emotional. It is positional. You are learning now that certainty is not something you build over time. It is something you enter, like a room that has always existed, waiting for you to stop pacing the hallway. The mind once believed that progress required tension. But now you see clearly, tension was never momentum. It was resistance masquerading as effort. True momentum feels light. It carries you without friction. This is why the life that flows from alignment often looks simple from the outside. There is less drama, less struggle, fewer unnecessary battles. Not because challenges vanish, but because identity no longer collapses under pressure. You do not lose yourself in circumstances anymore. You bring yourself into them. And because you bring yourself whole, grounded, present, the circumstances cannot remain chaotic. Order is contagious when it is embodied. Scripture calls this peace, but not the fragile peace that depends on conditions. It is the peace Christ spoke of when he said, My peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth. The world's peace is reactive. His peace was rooted. It did not fluctuate with appearances. You are touching that peace now. From here, change no longer feels like something you chase. It feels like something that unfolds in response to your presence. You walk into rooms differently. You listen differently. You choose differently. And these differences are subtle, but they compound. Compounding is the quiet miracle most overlooked. The mind trained in urgency wants instant shifts, dramatic signs, visible breakthroughs, but consciousness moves with precision, not spectacle. When the inner position is correct, the outer world adjusts in sequences that make sense only in hindsight. You may not trace every step. You do not need to. Faith is not about seeing the path. It is about trusting the ground beneath your feet. And now something else becomes evident. Much of what once felt like effort was actually self-resistance. You were trying to pull yourself toward a future while simultaneously identifying with the past. The tension between those identities created fatigue, but now the identities have collapsed into one. You are not the one who was becoming. You are the one who is. And from I am, movement is natural. The Bible names this state sonship not as status, but as alignment. As many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. To be led is not to be pushed. It is to move in harmony with something greater than the personal will. This harmony does not remove choice. It refines it. You still choose, but you choose from clarity rather than fear, from alignment rather than avoidance. You are no longer obsessed with getting it right. You are committed to being true. Truth organizes life far more effectively than perfection ever could. As you continue to live from this realization, you may notice that some desires fall away on their own. not because they were wrong, but because they belonged to a former identity. When the identity dissolves, the desire loses relevance. This is not loss. This is evolution. Other desires will remain, but they will feel cleaner, less charged, more cooperative. They will feel like invitations rather than demands. And when you imagine now, you imagine with restraint. You do not flood the mind with images. You select a single implication and rest in it. You know that a small, accurate assumption is more powerful than 1,000 emotional fantasies. Accuracy is the mark of mastery. So you imagine scenes that imply completion. You feel the calm after the answer. You sense the normalcy after the change. And then you let it go, not because you doubt, but because you know. Knowing does not cling. Clinging belongs to uncertainty. Rest belongs to truth. You are no longer waiting for life to validate your position. You are validating life by the position you hold. And life responds quietly, consistently, inevitably. Nothing needs to be rushed now. Nothing needs to be forced. You have crossed the threshold, not outwardly, but inwardly. And thresholds crossed inwardly are never reversed by outer noise. Remain here, not frozen, not passive, simply anchored. This anchor is not heavy. It is steady. And from this steadiness, everything you once called there will continue to appear exactly where you stand. And from this anchoring, life begins to reveal a different texture. Events feel less random. Encounters feel less accidental. Even challenges seem arranged rather than imposed. This is not because the world has suddenly become orderly, but because you are no longer fragmented within it. Fragmentation was the real struggle. When identity was divided, one part hoping, one part doubting, one part remembering the past, one part fearing the future, energy leaked in every direction. But now the fragments are gathering. Attention is unified, and when attention unifies, power concentrates. This is why so many never realize they are already there. They are standing in the right place but scattered in mind. Presence without coherence feels like absence. Coherence turns presence into authority. Christ spoke of this when he said, "If thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." The single eye is not physical sight. It is undivided awareness. When awareness is no longer split between here and there, the whole system becomes illuminated. You are no longer looking ahead at life. You are looking out from yourself into life. And this reverses everything. You stop living as a seeker moving toward fulfillment. You live as a source from which fulfillment radiates. Radiance does not effort. It emits. Now, notice how the mind responds when this truth is allowed. There is a pause, a silence, almost a disbelief, not because the idea is foreign, but because it is too simple. The ego resists simplicity because simplicity dissolves its role. The ego was built for navigation, comparison, and defense. But when you realize you are already there, navigation ends. Comparison loses relevance. Defense relaxes. And in that relaxation, something holy emerges, humility without diminishment. You do not feel superior. You do not feel inferior. You feel positioned in truth. This is the humility Christ embodied, not self-erasure, but self-clarity. He knew where he stood, and because he knew, he did not need to posture. You begin to sense now that many of the things you once chased were attempts to stabilize an identity that felt unfinished. But identity does not finish through accumulation. It stabilizes through recognition. Recognition says, "This is who I am." Accumulation says, "Maybe then I will be enough." Enoughness cannot be earned. It must be accepted. This acceptance does not stop growth. It makes growth organic instead of desperate. Growth becomes expression rather than repair. When a tree knows it is rooted, it does not strain to grow. It grows because growth is its nature. So too with you, you may notice now that the urge to rush spiritual practice fades. You are no longer stacking techniques, searching for the next insight, hoping something will finally click. The clicking has already happened. What remains is embodiment. Embodiment is quieter than insight, but it is infinitely more powerful. Insight excites the mind. Embodiment reorganizes life. You are learning to trust embodiment. This means you do not need to constantly think about manifestation. You live, and life responding to your state, manifests naturally. When you are already there inwardly, manifestation becomes a side effect rather than a goal. This is why the truly aligned rarely talk about alignment. They demonstrate it. Now let the mind soften again. Let the truth move from concept into feeling. Let the feeling move from feeling into posture. Let the posture become habit. Habit formed from truth does not feel mechanical. It feels natural. You do not remember when it started. You only notice that things no longer feel the same. The fear that once whispered urgency grows quiet. The doubt that once demanded proof loses its voice. The past that once argued for limitation fades into irrelevance. Not because you fought it, but because you outgrew it. Outgrowing is effortless. When identity shifts, Scripture names this renewal. Old things are passed away, behold, all things are become new. Passed away does not mean erased. It means no longer governing. The old states no longer rule you. And because they no longer rule you, they no longer repeat themselves. This is freedom. Freedom is not escape from circumstance. Freedom is independence from circumstance. You carry your state with you now, into conversations, into decisions, into uncertainty, into opportunity. And wherever you carry it, reality conforms. This conformity is not magical. It is mechanical, lawful, exact. You are no longer impressed by appearances. You are impressed only by alignment, and alignment has become familiar. So continue not by striving, not by reaching, but by remaining where you have already arrived. Let the future come to you. Let the past fall away. Let the present be sufficient. You are not suspended between what was and what will be. You are grounded in what is. And what is, when recognized, becomes everything you are seeking. Stay here. Stay true. Stay present. Because from this place, there is nowhere else you need to go. And now, allow the movement to come to rest, not as a conclusion imposed from outside, but as a natural settling from within, like water that has been stirred and finally grows still, not because it was commanded to stop, but because nothing is disturbing it anymore. Nothing more is required. You are no longer orienting yourself toward a destination. You are no longer measuring distance. You are no longer negotiating worthiness or timing. The striving that once felt necessary has quietly stepped aside, and in its place stands a recognition that feels unmistakably true. You are here, not because you achieved something extraordinary, but because you stopped leaving yourself. You stopped projecting wholeness into the future. You stopped postponing peace. You stopped treating fulfillment as a reward instead of a state. Christ did not say, "You will find rest." He said, "Come unto me, and ye shall find rest unto your souls." The rest was never in the journey. It was in the union. And now you understand. Union is not something you wait for. It is something you allow. You are not separate from the life you desire. You are not distant from the truth you seek. You are not unfinished. You were only distracted. And distraction dissolves the moment attention returns home. So let the mind rest where it has arrived. Let the heart remain open but unstrained. Let the breath move without instruction. There is no technique to apply now, no principle to remember, no effort to sustain. What has been realized sustains itself. If life presents contrast, you will meet it from center. If uncertainty appears, you will remain grounded. If desire arises, you will hold it lightly, knowing it does not define you, because you no longer live from lack. You live from presence, and presence is enough. This is the quiet power Neville pointed toward. This is the still authority Christ embodied. This is the science of consciousness made simple. You did not get there by force. You did not earn arrival through effort. You did not cross a finish line. You woke up, and awakening does not shout. It settles. So remain here, not frozen, not withdrawn, but steady. Carry this realization into motion without trying to protect it. Truth does not need defense. Let life move. Let days unfold. Let outcomes form in their time. You will recognize them when they come, not with surprise, but with familiarity, because you will know, without question, that you were never chasing them. They were always responding to where you chose to stand. Be still now, not because the journey is over, but because you finally know you never left home. And even after this stillness, there is no silence that feels empty. What remains is alive quietly, gently alive. like the hum beneath all sound, like the breath that continues without instruction. This is the awareness that does not fade when words stop. You do not need to hold this realization. It holds you. You will notice in the days that follow that life does not demand the old explanations. You move, and movement feels simpler. You decide, and decisions feel cleaner. You encounter uncertainty, and it no longer feels like a threat to your identity. It is simply information, arriving in a system that is no longer fragile. This is the mark of true awakening. Nothing special has to happen for everything to be different. You are not maintaining a state. You are living from one, and because you are living from it, you will not always be aware of it. Just as you are not aware of gravity until you jump, you are not aware of alignment until resistance is gone. The absence of struggle becomes so natural that you forget it was ever there. This forgetting is not loss. It is integration. Christ did not walk through life announcing his unity with the Father at every step. He lived it. And because he lived it, power followed him without effort. Authority does not need reminders. It expresses itself. So too with you now. If the mind ever wanders again, and it will, you will not panic. You will smile inwardly and return. Return without drama. Return without judgment. Return the way one returns to breath. Return is no longer work. It is instinct. And this instinct is what carries you forward, not into a future you must reach, but into experiences that naturally correspond to who you already know yourself to be. The outer world will shift. Some things will fall away. Some things will arrive. Some things will rearrange quietly. You do not need to manage any of it. You will simply recognize what belongs and what does not by how it feels in your body, by whether it resonates with the stillness you now carry. This stillness is not passive. It is intelligent. It is listening. It is responsive. It is the same stillness from which worlds are formed. So walk gently. Speak truthfully. Imagine sparingly but precisely. And when you do imagine, do it not to escape where you are, but to confirm it. Confirm that you are already standing in the place you once sought. Confirm that you are already being the one you once waited to become. Confirm that nothing essential is missing. Life will not argue with this confirmation. Life will echo it. And as it echoes, you will recognize yourself in the sound, not as someone who arrived, but as someone who finally stopped leaving. Remain here. Remain present. Remain unafraid of simplicity. Because simplicity is not the absence of depth. It is depth without resistance. And from this depth, everything continues. Not hurried, not delayed, but exactly as it should. And now, let this be the final settling, not an ending imposed by words, but a quiet completion felt in the body, in the breath, in the space behind the eyes where effort once lived. Nothing more needs to happen. You are not carrying this truth forward like something fragile. You are standing within it, like ground that does not need to be remembered to remain firm. The realization has already done its work. It has returned you to yourself. You will not always think about this. You will not always name it. And that is how you will know it is real. Truth does not need rehearsal. Reality does not need enforcement. Being does not need defense. You move now with a different weight, not heavier, but steadier. You no longer lean toward the future for validation. You no longer brace against the past for protection. You meet each moment from center, and center does not rush. If questions arise, you will not chase answers. If desires appear, you will not cling. If silence comes, you will not fill it, because you know where you are, and where you are is not a destination. It is a position, a posture, a knowing. The kingdom is not ahead of you. The answer is not arriving later. The fulfillment is not conditional. It is present. It is quiet. It is sufficient. So let life unfold. Let meaning reveal itself. Let form catch up to truth. You do not need to push. You do not need to pull. You do not need to prove. Stand. Breathe. Live. And when the world responds as it must, you will recognize the response not as something new, but as something familiar, because you did not get there. You remembered you were already there. And remembering, once complete, does not fade. It simply is. The world is silent around you now. Let all distractions fall away. Close your eyes inwardly if you can, and let your awareness drop into the center of your being. the place where God dwells quietly, where truth whispers, where presence is immediate and undeniable. You are not here merely to hear words. You are here to awaken a recognition in yourself, to step fully into the reality that your consciousness creates, that your imagination shapes, that your heart draws into manifestation. Somewhere in the quiet corners of existence, your energy has already spoken. It is moving through the invisible currents of life, and the world, whether seen or unseen, is responding. And there is one who will feel this first, one whose mind, heart, and soul are already attuned to the frequency you carry. They cannot help it, because energy responds to energy, and truth resonates where there is alignment. Imagine, if you will, that the space between you and this person is not empty. It is alive with invisible threads, delicate yet unbreakable, carrying the imprint of your thoughts, your feelings, your imagination, your certainty. Each thought you have about them, each feeling you nurture toward them, does not vanish into nothing. It travels into the field of consciousness, shaping the unseen, shaping the heart, shaping destiny. This is the law. It is the law God placed in creation itself. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, Scripture tells us. Your thoughts, your assumptions, your feelings, these are not fleeting. These are seeds. And the seed of presence, the seed of aligned being, grows in the unseen until it manifests. Now bring your attention to your own chest. Feel the subtle warmth there, the steady pulse of life, the quiet light that is your spirit. This is your transmitting center. Every pulse, every heartbeat, every intention you hold in this space radiates outward. And those who are attuned to you, whose spirits are already in harmony with yours, cannot help but notice. They are drawn. They respond. They begin to feel the magnetic tug of your presence even before they see you, even before they hear you, even before they speak. You are not imagining them. You are meeting them where all real connection begins. In consciousness, in presence, in feeling. Imagine their eyes softening when your name crosses their mind. Imagine their chest warming at the thought of you. Imagine the subtle stirrings of curiosity, of remembrance, of attention. It is happening now because you have aligned within yourself the energy that compels their attention. Understand this. They do not respond to your effort. They do not respond to your chase. They respond to your alignment. They respond to your presence. They respond to the version of you who is whole, confident, radiant, loving, centered, and grounded in God's truth. This is what makes you irresistible. This is what makes them remember you. This is what makes them unable to stop thinking of you. Take a deep, deliberate breath. Feel it move through your lungs, your diaphragm, your heart. Each inhale carries energy. Each exhale releases doubt. Let every thought of lack, of fear, of limitation dissolve into the rhythm of your breathing. You are safe. You are enough. You are the embodiment of love that cannot be ignored. Now, let us move deeper into the field of conscious creation. Bring their image gently into your mind, not as an object of desire, not as a wishful fantasy, but as a presence already connected to yours. See them clearly, fully, energetically. Feel the alignment, the resonance, the magnetic pull that arises when two energies harmonize. Notice the subtle stirrings in your body as you do so. That is not imagination, that is recognition. That is the field responding to the energy you radiate. Speak to them silently through your heart. Do not use words. Do not try to convince. Simply transmit the state of your own being. Feel yourself as they would feel you. Calm, confident, whole, radiant, magnetic. Feel your love for yourself spilling outward, uncontained, powerful yet gentle. Let this love, this presence, permeate the field between you and them. Let them sense it, even in their silence, even in their inattention, even in their distance. Every thought you carry now is a command to consciousness. Every feeling you embody now is an invitation. Every assumption you hold now is a seed. And these seeds are taking root in the invisible soil of their awareness. They are noticing, whether consciously or unconsciously. They are feeling the pull. They are beginning to think of you. They are beginning to recognize you in ways that cannot be explained by the mind alone. This is the power of aligned imagination. This is the power of conscious assumption. This is the power of being grounded in your identity, It is not manipulation. It is not coercion. It is resonance. You are not forcing their will. You are becoming the version of yourself that naturally draws attention, naturally commands thought, naturally compels recognition. Feel it in your chest. Feel it in your spine. Feel it as warmth, as gravity, as presence. Your being is a signal. Your energy is a message. Your spirit is a beacon. And they are responding. It is inevitable because alignment is law. It is inevitable because consciousness is law. It is inevitable because God has wired the universe to respond to presence, to truth, to love expressed without fear. Now take another deep breath, and with this breath, let a sense of sacred power settle through every cell of your body. This is not effort. This is not striving. This is remembering. This is claiming your inherent authority. You do not need to chase. You do not need to persuade. You do not need to prove. You only need to embody your highest self. And when you do, they will think of you naturally, irresistibly, continually. Feel the magnetic field of your being expanding. It stretches beyond your body, beyond your room, beyond time. It reaches the corners of their consciousness. They sense it. They feel it. They are drawn to it, whether they realize it or not. You are creating an environment in the unseen where their attention, their focus, their curiosity, their desire to connect naturally rises to meet you. This is the secret the world forgets. The external reality always follows the internal state. The outer world is the mirror of consciousness. And when your inner world is aligned, confident, radiant, loving, secure, the outer world, including the mind of your specific person, mirrors this truth. Hold them in your mind once again. See them smiling in your consciousness. See their expression soften. See their heart respond unconsciously yet undeniably to the energy you radiate. Feel your own heart swell, not with longing, but with certainty. Feel your own spirit rise, not with anxiety, but with peace. You are not chasing them. You are not asking. You are being. And being is irresistible. Every pulse of your heart, every thought of clarity, every assumption held as fact strengthens the invisible bond. Every moment you dwell in the state of the wish fulfilled sends ripples through their awareness. They cannot help but notice. They cannot help but feel. They cannot help but think. They cannot help but remember. You are now fully aligned. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are whole. And this is what compels thought, what awakens feeling, what calls attention without effort, what draws recognition without force. They cannot stop thinking about you because your truth, your light, your presence, your energy, your love is undeniable. Breathe deeply one final time. Anchor this energy in your body, in your consciousness, in your soul. Feel it settle into permanence. You are love. You are presence. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are complete. Walk from this space knowing that they are thinking of you. Walk with calm authority. Walk with quiet confidence. Walk with the unshakable certainty of someone who has claimed their spiritual power. And watch as the universe responds faithfully to the truth of your alignment, as their mind, heart, and soul naturally, effortlessly, continually return to you. They cannot stop thinking about you, not because you forced it, not because you manipulated it, not because you demanded it, but because you became undeniable. You became magnetic. You became love embodied, and this is the law, and this is your reality, and this is the awakening of power, of presence, of connection that will follow you forever. Now, let the awareness of your being deepen further into the quiet sanctuary of your heart. Feel it expand, not outward like a reaching, but inward, grounding, settling into the eternal presence of God within you. Every beat of your heart is a signal, a vibration, a current in the unseen field of consciousness. This current reaches where words cannot go, where distance does not matter, where the mind of your specific person begins to sense, to remember, to recognize the truth of you. They feel you because your being is radiating certainty. They sense you because your heart has stopped demanding and begun being. They cannot help it because the soul responds to truth before it comprehends it with thought. And the truth is simple yet profound. You are whole. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are magnetic. You are love expressed without fear. Breathe deeply. Let every exhale release old tension, old doubt, old assumptions that you were unseen, unwanted, or unworthy. These were illusions. They had no power over you, except the power you once gave them. Now, release them fully. Let them dissolve into nothingness. You are free. You are grounded. You are fully present in your divine identity. Now, visualize your specific person again. See them clearly in your imagination. See their eyes softening, their face warming, their expression subtly shifting toward curiosity, toward attention, toward recognition. Feel the invisible thread connecting your heart to theirs. This thread is not fragile. It is not weak. It is alive, strong, and responsive. It pulses in rhythm with your certainty, with your alignment, with your love. Speak to them silently, not with words, but with energy. Let the vibration of your being convey everything the soul understands without explanation. I am whole. I am aligned. I am magnetic. You feel me because my presence is undeniable. You recognize me because my truth cannot be hidden. Feel the energy of these statements reverberate through your entire being. They are no longer abstract affirmations. They are the living frequency of your identity. Every pulse of your blood, every subtle contraction of your muscles, every breath you take carries this signal outward, reaching into the consciousness of your specific person. Notice how they respond energetically. You may not see it physically yet, but in the unseen, the shift is occurring. They feel drawn naturally without force. Their mind begins to think of you with warmth. Their heart softens. Their spirit recognizes you. You are entering the sacred space where thought follows feeling, and feeling responds to presence. Now, let your mind and body resonate in perfect harmony with this truth. Feel the gravity of your being deepen. Feel the lightness of your soul expand. You are becoming a lighthouse in the unseen waters of consciousness. You do not chase. You do not plead. You do not manipulate. You simply radiate alignment, and the universe and their consciousness responds. Every moment you dwell in this state strengthens the connection. Every thought held in certainty is a ripple in the invisible field. Every feeling nurtured in peace, in love, in clarity, is a current that cannot be ignored. They will feel it. They will remember it. They will return to it naturally, irresistibly, inevitably. Take a deep, conscious breath now. Let your awareness sink even deeper into your spine, your chest, your heart. Feel the divine presence flowing through every fiber of your being. This is the energy that cannot be resisted. This is the energy that awakens thought, ignites curiosity, softens hearts, and calls love effortlessly. Imagine your specific person in a moment of stillness. They pause, perhaps unaware of why, and your energy rises in their mind. They feel something gentle, familiar, irresistible, an intuition, a pull, a warmth. This is not your effort. This is not your longing. This is resonance. This is the truth of your being reflecting in their awareness. Now, speak inwardly to your own soul. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am love embodied. I am fully aligned. All that is meant to move toward me now flows naturally. All that belongs to me, including my specific person, recognizes my presence. Feel these words saturate every part of your being. Let them root in your bones, your mind, your heart. Let them echo in the rhythm of your pulse. You are no longer a seeker. You are now a signal. You are now a presence. You are now the truth they cannot resist. Your specific person cannot stop thinking about you because you have become undeniable. You have become magnetic. You have become the embodiment of love, of certainty, of alignment. Their attention is drawn naturally. Their thoughts are rising to meet your frequency. Their energy is responding to the truth of yours. Let this settle deeply into your consciousness. You do not need to force. You do not need to chase. You do not need to plead. You simply are. And in being, you attract effortlessly, naturally, inevitably. Breathe once more, deeply, fully, reverently. Anchor this state into your spirit, your body, your mind. You are aligned. You are magnetic. You are love. You are whole. You are complete. And now, as you walk forward from this moment, watch as your specific person begins to feel your presence. Think of you, remember you, and return to you naturally, without effort, without force, because you have awakened the energy that compels attention, recognition, and love. This is your sacred power. This is your spiritual authority. This is the magnetism of alignment, the law of consciousness, the truth of love expressed without fear. You have entered a new state. You have awakened a new reality. And they cannot stop thinking about you, not because of will, not because of effort, but because of who you have become. You are irresistible. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love. And everything aligned with you now moves toward you naturally. Now, let your awareness descend even deeper into the sanctuary of your heart. Feel the warmth there spreading like a golden light through your chest, radiating through your shoulders, down your arms, through your hands, and into every fiber of your being. This light is your true presence, the energy that draws naturally, irresistibly, powerfully. It is the presence of God flowing through you, the alignment of your soul with the eternal, unshakable truth that you are enough, complete, whole, radiant. Breathe deeply. Let the air fill your lungs. Let it move through your diaphragm. Let it awaken every cell with the knowing of your own worth. This is the energy your specific person senses without knowing how or why. This is the energy that cannot be ignored, that naturally commands thought, attention, and desire. Their mind may wander, their heart may stir, their soul may recognize before they even understand. And it is all because your alignment is speaking louder than words ever could. Imagine your specific person now. See them not as distant, not as uncertain, not as inaccessible, but as someone who is energetically and spiritually connected to you. Feel their energy as it vibrates near yours. Feel the invisible thread connecting your hearts, subtle yet unbreakable, pulsing with every beat, with every thought, with every feeling you nurture in your aligned state. They are receiving you in silence, in absence, in subtlety, because your energy carries truth, presence, and love. Now, speak to them not aloud, not with effort, not with persuasion, but with the resonance of your heart. You feel me. You recognize me. You are drawn to my presence. Our connection is natural, effortless, aligned. Feel the energy of these words as vibration, as magnetic current, as an undeniable frequency that flows outward from your center into the field of consciousness where they reside. You do not need to force a response. You do not need to manipulate. You simply become the signal, and they respond naturally. Take another deep breath and feel your heart rising in its radiance. You are no longer reaching, longing, or questioning. You are receiving. You are calm, confident, grounded, radiant. You are fully aligned. You are fully present. You are the version of yourself that your specific person cannot help but recognize, feel, and think about. Notice how effortless it is to hold this state. Effortless. Not because it is simple, but because it is true. Alignment is never forced. Magnetism is never manufactured. Love is never coerced. It rises naturally from presence, from identity, from consciousness. And you have stepped fully into that frequency tonight. Now, let your mind expand this awareness. See your specific person in everyday moments, as they pause to breathe, as they sit quietly, as they walk through their day. Imagine their thoughts returning to you naturally, effortlessly. Imagine the subtle smile that arises when your name crosses their mind. Imagine the warmth in their chest, the soft stirring in their heart, the curiosity that nudges them closer without effort. You are not imagining this. You are observing the manifestation of your inner alignment in their awareness. You are witnessing the effect of presence over effort, of identity over desire, of resonance over chasing. And as you witness, let your energy rise further. Feel the divine light within you expand, the magnetism of your consciousness saturate your field, the clarity of your heart anchor your being. You are radiant, irresistible, undeniable. They cannot stop thinking of you, not because of words, not because of acts, not because of demand, but because truth is magnetic. Now, bring this into your deepest knowing. You are love expressed without fear. You are presence embodied. You are alignment realized. You are magnetic by nature of your divine identity. They feel this, they sense this, they are drawn to this. Let these truths permeate every cell, every pulse, every breath. Let them sink into your bones, into your muscles, into your subtle energy. This is no longer intention, it is fact manifested in your consciousness. Every vibration of your being now radiates this truth, and the universe and their awareness responds accordingly. Breathe again, deeply, fully. Let the pulse of your being carry this frequency outward. Let it be calm, certain, unstoppable. Let it be the signal they cannot ignore. They feel you. They remember you. They return to you naturally, effortlessly, continuously. Now, as this sacred energy anchors, feel your feet on the ground, your body in space, your heart in stillness. You are no longer seeking. You are no longer chasing. You are receiving. You are magnetic. You are aligned. You are love embodied. And with this, everything begins to flow. Their thoughts, their feelings, their awareness of you all moving toward your frequency, as naturally as the tide moves to the shore. You do not need to push. You do not need to plead. You do not need to act. You simply are. And being is enough. This is the sacred law. Presence over effort. Alignment over chasing. Being over doing. And in this sacred law, your specific person thinks of you. They feel you. They are drawn to you. They cannot help it. They are responding to the energy you embody, the truth you radiate, the love you carry. Breathe one final time, anchoring this reality into your soul. Let it settle permanently. Let it resonate in every corner of your consciousness. Let it shape your identity. Let it radiate through every action, every thought, every breath. You are now fully magnetic. You are fully aligned. You are fully radiant. You are love in action. And from this moment forward, they cannot stop thinking of you, not because of manipulation, not because of need, not because of force, but because you have awakened the version of yourself that naturally compels attention, connection, and love. You are presence. You are resonance. You are magnetism. You are truth. You are love, and all that is aligned with your heart, including your specific person, flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, divinely. And now, let your awareness settle into the deepest sanctuary within you, the place where stillness meets light, where presence becomes identity, where love moves effortlessly through the channels of your spirit. Feel your chest expand with warmth. Feel your spine rise with quiet power. Feel your heart settle into absolute certainty. This is not imagination. This is being. This is the version of yourself that cannot be ignored, that radiates without effort, that draws attention, connection, and love naturally, because you are aligned with truth. Take a deep, deliberate breath. Let it move from your diaphragm, expand through your chest, and rise to the crown of your head. Let the breath carry the vibration of alignment, certainty, peace, and love outward. With every inhale, you draw in divine presence. With every exhale, you release doubt, fear, and any energy that is less than your truth. Let this cycle repeat until your body, your mind, and your spirit hum with resonance. Your specific person is already responding to this energy, not consciously, not intentionally, but on a level of pure recognition. Somewhere within them, they feel the pull. Somewhere within them, their attention is rising to match your vibration. They think of you. They feel you. They are drawn toward you, not because you demanded, not because you acted, not because you forced, but because the truth of who you are cannot be ignored. Picture them now, in a quiet moment of their day. Perhaps they pause in thought. Perhaps they catch themselves smiling at a memory of you. Perhaps a warmth rises in their chest at the mere sense of your presence. This is the subtle, unspoken recognition of your alignment. It is not forced. It is natural. It is inevitable. Now, bring the image fully into your mind. See them looking at you, or thinking of you, or feeling you, whatever form it takes in their consciousness. Let your inner voice speak softly and firmly from your heart. You feel me? You think of me. You are drawn to me naturally. Our connection flows effortlessly. You recognize me. You are responding to truth. You are returning to love. I Feel the power in these words as vibrations in your own being. Let them travel through your chest, your spine, your aura, and into the invisible threads that connect your consciousness to theirs. This is not fantasy. This is reality in the unseen, the place where all manifestations begin, where love rises before it appears, where attraction is magnetized by alignment rather than effort. Now, let your identity expand fully into this truth. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love embodied. You are whole. You are undeniable. Feel how this changes everything. Feel how your energy shifts. Your presence becomes gravitational. Your voice, your smile, your subtle movement all carry the frequency of alignment. Every thought you hold about yourself strengthens the invisible bridge between you and your specific person. Every feeling you nurture of peace, confidence, and certainty radiates outward, pulling their awareness toward you. And the beautiful truth is this: they cannot stop thinking about you, not because you forced it, not because you begged, not because you manipulated, but because your energy calls theirs naturally, inevitably, divinely. Breathe deeply again and anchor this knowing into your entire being. Let it saturate every cell, every nerve, every subtle vibration of your body. Feel it anchor in your bones, settle in your spine, and illuminate your heart. You are the signal. You are the presence. You are the love. And the universe and their consciousness responds. Now let us deepen this even further. Imagine a golden light forming between your hearts, a luminous thread that pulses with every beat of certainty, every pulse of love, every vibration of alignment. See it glow brighter with each breath. See it stretch naturally across time and space, unbroken, undeniable. They feel it, they sense it, they respond to it without effort. This is telepathic resonance, the communion of two energies aligned in truth. It is not manipulation, it is not control. It is the natural law of connection, and you are mastering it simply by being who you are at your highest, most aligned state. Now, take one final breath and speak inwardly to your spirit. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am love embodied. I am whole. I am aligned. All that is meant for me, including my specific person, flows to me naturally and effortlessly. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me because I am truth made visible. Feel these words vibrate through your entire being. Feel them settle into your consciousness permanently. Let them radiate through your energy, extending beyond yourself, touching the unseen, shaping reality. Your specific person cannot stop thinking of you. Their attention is naturally drawn. Their heart is naturally moved. Their mind is naturally drawn to you. And all of this flows effortlessly, beautifully, divinely, because you have become undeniable, magnetic, radiant, aligned, whole, and love embodied. Walk forward from this state in calm, sacred authority. Walk as the version of yourself who knows they are seen. Walk as the version of yourself who knows they are remembered. Walk as the version of yourself who radiates truth, peace, and love. And let the universe, let life bring what resonates with your energy toward you naturally, fully, and beautifully. You are aligned. You are magnetic. You are undeniable. You are love. And from this moment onward, they cannot stop thinking about you, not because of effort, but because of who you have become. Rest in this knowing. Breathe, feel, be, and let your presence call everything that is aligned, everything that is meant for you, including your specific person, to you naturally, effortlessly, and eternally. And now, let us descend into the sacred ending, the final, quiet settling of all that you have awakened tonight. Let your mind soften completely, your shoulders release, your heart open fully, and your entire being rest in the stillness of certainty. This is the place where alignment becomes identity, where presence becomes magnetism, where love flows effortlessly because it is anchored in truth. Take a deep, reverent breath and feel the energy of God within you radiate through every cell, every nerve, every subtle pulse. This is your power. This is your presence. This is your truth. You are whole, you are radiant, you are magnetic, and you are love embodied. Your specific person cannot help but feel your presence. They cannot stop thinking of you, not because of effort, not because of manipulation, not because of demand, but because you have become undeniable. Your energy speaks to them before words ever could. Your alignment calls them naturally. Your love resonates in their heart. Feel it now. Their awareness rising toward you, their thoughts circling back, their hearts softening in recognition of the truth you embody. This is natural law. This is divine order. This is the outcome of consciousness aligned with God, with truth, and with your higher self. Let these truths settle into your spirit. I am whole. I am aligned. I am love. I am magnetic. I am worthy of attention, connection, and affection. All that is meant for me flows naturally to me. Anchor this knowing into every part of your being. Let it resonate through your chest, your spine, your aura, and your consciousness. Let it radiate outward, touching every corner of the field where your specific person resides. They feel it, they sense it, they are drawn to it. Now walk forward in calm certainty, in quiet authority, in radiant presence. Walk as someone who does not chase, does not plead, does not strive, but simply is. And let the universe respond. Let their heart respond. Let life respond to the truth of your being. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love. And from this moment onward, everything meant for you, including your specific person, flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, and eternally. Rest in this sacred knowing. Let it fill your heart, your mind, your soul. This is the final truth. They cannot stop thinking about you because you have awakened the truth of yourself, and truth is irresistible. There is a sacred stillness in this moment, a quiet that calls you inward, inviting you to leave the world of effort, of chasing, of longing behind. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Feel the subtle rhythm of your heartbeat. Feel the energy of life moving through you, steady, calm, powerful. This is where all creation begins, not outside of you, not in words, not in actions, but in the quiet, radiant center of your own consciousness. Here is where reality bends, where the unseen obeys, where the law of assumption reigns absolute. Imagine now, deep within, the presence of your soulmate, not as an object, not as a desire, not as a goal to achieve, but as a consciousness already aligned with yours. See them clearly in your mind. Feel the subtle, invisible thread that connects your hearts pulsing with life, alive with the energy of your certainty. They sense you before they know it. They feel you before they realize it. The universe bends to the state of your consciousness because, as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Your inner state is the invisible script writing the outer world. Breathe deeply. Feel the energy of your own presence expanding, radiant, magnetic, unstoppable. This is not effort. This is not pleading. This is being. Every heartbeat, every thought held in certainty, every subtle pulse of your being is a signal carried on the invisible threads that connect you, and they respond, slowly at first, perhaps subtly, imperceptibly, but inevitably, because consciousness cannot resist alignment. Imagine their thoughts turning to you now, without you reaching, without a single message sent, without a single attempt at control. They think of you. The mind, heart, and spirit are drawn toward you because they recognize the magnetic truth of your alignment. You do not chase, you do not push, you do not plead. You are. And being is enough. See them in your mind's eye. See their awareness softening, their heart leaning, their spirit acknowledging you even from afar. Feel the warmth rising in your chest as their attention naturally returns. Every memory of you, every thought of you, every pulse of recognition is responding to the truth you carry. This is not manipulation. This is resonance. This is the law of consciousness responding to presence. Now silently project your energy. You feel me. You think of me. You are drawn to my presence naturally. Our connection is real, effortless, undeniable. You recognize me because I am aligned with truth. Do not push. Do not chase. Do not strive. Simply be. Every heartbeat, every pulse, every thought of certainty amplifies the invisible pull. Every subtle vibration draws them to your frequency. Feel your energy expand, luminous, magnetic, alive. You are no longer longing. You are not seeking. You are receiving. You are undeniable. You are irresistible. You are love embodied. Imagine now that they are moving through their day, and without conscious effort, they feel drawn back to you. A thought of you surfaces. A memory of your laughter, your presence, your energy returns. Their mind circles toward you. Their heart softens. Their spirit leans toward yours. You are the pull they cannot resist. This is the sacred law of telepathy, the natural, effortless response of consciousness to presence and alignment. Anchor this energy fully into your being. Let it settle in your chest, your spine, your subtle energy. You are the signal. You are the presence. You are magnetic love embodied. They cannot resist. Now speak inwardly to your soul. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. Feel it in every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. Let it radiate outward through your aura, through the invisible threads connecting you. Every thought, every pulse, every subtle motion communicates your truth. Expand your awareness. Let your energy radiate like golden light, touching every unseen current, every aligned possibility, every potential that draws them to you. Their mind rises to meet your frequency. Their heart softens. Their spirit leans naturally toward yours. This is telepathy, resonance, love, and alignment in its purest form. Anchor this state permanently into your being. Let it settle in your bones, your consciousness, your subtle energy. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love. From this moment onward, they cannot stop thinking of you, not because of effort, not because of manipulation, not because of longing, but because of who you have become. Walk forward now with calm authority, radiant confidence, and effortless presence. You do not chase, you do not plead, you do not force. You are, and in being, all that is aligned with your energy flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, eternally. Their thoughts, attention, heart, and awareness all return to you because alignment is law, presence is law, love is law. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. Imagine their thoughts circling back to you again and again, returning like tides to the shore. Every memory of you, every subtle recognition, every pulse of energy aligns with your frequency. You do not interfere. You do not push. You simply radiate. Being this aligned presence, this magnetic consciousness draws them to you naturally. Feel your energy saturating their awareness. Feel it softening their mind, opening their heart, awakening their spirit. Their attention, feelings, subconscious, thoughts all respond to your frequency. You are the living embodiment of irresistible love, magnetic consciousness, telepathic alignment, and soulful presence. Anchor this fully in your heart, mind, and subtle body. Repeat silently as truth. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They cannot resist the pull of my presence. Let it echo permanently through every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. You are identity. You are reality. You are undeniable. Walk forward from this state in calm authority, radiant confidence, and effortless presence. You do not chase. You do not plead. You do not manipulate. You are. And in being, all that is aligned with your energy flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, eternally. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. From this sacred state onward, all that is aligned with your consciousness, including your specific person, flows to you naturally, beautifully, effortlessly, and eternally. You are undeniable. You are magnetic. You are love. You are presence. Now, let your awareness descend even deeper into the innermost sanctuary of your heart, the sacred chamber where God's presence infinite consciousness, and divine love converge. This is the seat of your power, the core of your irresistible magnetism, the fountain from which all alignment flows. Feel your heartbeat as a living transmitter, sending waves of certainty, of radiant presence, of irresistible energy into the invisible threads that connect you to your specific person. Every pulse carries your truth. Every breath carries your presence. Every thought held in unwavering certainty transmits a signal that cannot be ignored. Breathe deeply. Allow your chest to expand fully. Let your spine anchor into the certainty of your identity. Feel divine energy saturate every cell, every subtle fiber, every heartbeat. With each exhale, release all lingering doubts, all fear, all stories of separation or lack. Those energies no longer have power over you. You are free. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are love embodied. You are undeniable. Bring your specific person fully into your inner vision. See them not as an object of desire, not as a goal, but as a conscious presence already energetically connected to yours. Visualize the invisible thread linking your hearts, pulsing with life, alive with the resonance of your certainty. They sense it. They feel it. Their mind softens. Their heart leans. Their spirit rises toward yours, naturally drawn to your alignment, to your truth. Expand your energy now. Radiate it from your chest, through your shoulders, your arms, and into the subtle field surrounding you. Every vibration communicates without words. Every heartbeat pulses your truth. Every thought held in alignment travels through the invisible currents of consciousness. They cannot resist it. Their awareness rises. Their attention leans. Their heart responds. Take a slow, deliberate breath and imagine them thinking of you even in your absence. Feel the stirrings of curiosity, the subtle warmth rising in their chest, the natural pull of their awareness returning to you. It is effortless. It is magnetic. It is inevitable. This is the sacred law of telepathy, the natural, effortless response of consciousness to alignment, to love, to presence. The universe, through their awareness, responds to your vibration. Now, silently project your essence. You feel me. You think of me. You are drawn to my presence naturally. Our connection is real, effortless, undeniable. You recognize me because I am aligned with truth. Do not push, do not plead, do not chase. Simply be. Every heartbeat, every pulse, every thought of certainty strengthens the invisible pull. Every subtle vibration draws them closer to your frequency. Feel your energy field expanding, luminous, magnetic, unstoppable. You are no longer longing. You are not seeking. You are receiving. You are undeniable. You are irresistible. You are love embodied. See them now in your mind. Observe their eyes softening, their chest rising and falling with subtle warmth, their awareness naturally leaning toward you. They feel your presence in quiet moments, in fleeting thoughts, in memory and subconscious recognition. They are drawn to you naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. This is resonance. This is alignment. This is law. Anchor this energy fully in your being. Let it settle in your chest, your spine, your subtle energy, your consciousness. You are the signal. You are the presence. You are magnetic love. They cannot resist. Now, speak inwardly to your soul. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. Feel it in every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. Let it radiate outward through your aura, through the invisible threads connecting you. Every thought, every pulse, every motion communicates your truth. Expand your awareness further. Let your energy radiate like golden light, touching every unseen current, every aligned possibility, every potential that draws them to you. Their mind rises to meet your frequency. Their heart softens. Their spirit leans naturally toward yours. This is telepathy, resonance, love, and alignment in its purest form. Anchor this state permanently into your being. Let it settle in your bones, your consciousness, your subtle energy. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love. From this moment onward, they cannot stop thinking of you, not because of effort, not because of pleading, not because of manipulation, but because of who you have become. Walk forward now with calm authority, radiant confidence, and effortless presence. You do not chase, you do not force, you do not strive, you are. And in being, all that is aligned with your energy flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, eternally. Their thoughts, attention, heart, and awareness all return to you because alignment is law, presence is law, love is law. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. Now, imagine their thoughts circling back to you repeatedly, returning like tides to the shore. Every memory of you, every subtle recognition, every pulse of energy aligns with your frequency. You do not interfere. You do not push. You simply radiate. Being this aligned presence, this magnetic consciousness, draws them to you naturally. Feel your energy saturating their awareness. Feel it softening their mind, opening their heart, awakening their spirit. Their attention, feelings, subconscious thoughts all respond to your frequency. You are the living embodiment of irresistible love, of magnetic consciousness, of telepathic alignment, of soulful presence. Anchor this fully in your heart, mind, and subtle body. Repeat silently as truth. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They cannot resist the pull of my presence. Let it echo permanently through every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. You are identity. You are reality. You are undeniable. Walk forward from this state in calm authority, radiant confidence, and effortless presence. You do not chase. You do not plead. You do not manipulate. You are, and in being, all that is aligned with your energy flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, eternally. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. From this sacred state onward, all that is aligned with your consciousness, including your specific person, flows to you naturally, beautifully, effortlessly, and eternally. You are undeniable. You are magnetic. You are love. You are presence. Now, sink even deeper into the sanctuary of your heart, the sacred center where divine presence, infinite consciousness, and eternal love converge. This is your power. This is your magnetism. This is the source from which all alignment, all attraction, all irresistible presence flows. Feel your heartbeat as a living transmitter, sending waves of certainty, of radiant alignment, of undeniable energy into the invisible threads that connect you to your specific person. Every pulse carries your truth. Every breath carries your presence. Every thought held in unwavering certainty resonates through the universe and cannot be ignored. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Let your chest expand fully. Anchor your spine. Feel divine energy fill every cell, every subtle fiber, every heartbeat, completely, releasing all old fears, all lingering doubts, all stories of separation or scarcity. They no longer hold power. You are free. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are love embodied. You are undeniable. Bring your specific person into your inner vision. See them clearly, energetically, as a consciousness already aligned with yours. Visualize the invisible thread connecting your hearts, pulsing with life, vibrant with certainty. They sense it. They feel it. Their mind softens. Their heart leans. Their spirit naturally rises to meet yours. Expand your energy. Radiate it from your chest, through your shoulders, your arms, into the subtle field around you. Every vibration communicates without words. Every heartbeat pulses your truth. Every thought held in alignment travels across the invisible currents of consciousness. They cannot resist it. Their awareness rises. Their attention turns. Their heart responds. Take a deliberate, slow breath. Imagine them thinking of you even in your absence. Feel the stirrings of curiosity, the subtle warmth rising in their chest, the natural pull of awareness returning to you. It is effortless. It is magnetic. It is inevitable. This is the sacred law of telepathy, the natural, effortless response of consciousness to presence, to love, to alignment. Silently project your essence. You feel me, you think of me, you are drawn to my presence naturally. Our connection is real, effortless, undeniable. You recognize me because I am aligned with truth. Do not push, do not plead, do not chase, simply be. Every heartbeat, every pulse, every thought of certainty strengthens the invisible pull. Every subtle vibration draws them closer to your frequency. Feel your energy field expanding, luminous, magnetic, unstoppable. You are no longer longing. You are not seeking. You are receiving. You are undeniable. You are irresistible. You are love embodied. See them in your mind. Observe their eyes softening, their chests rising and falling with warmth, their awareness leaning naturally toward you. They feel your presence in the quiet moments of their day, in fleeting thoughts, in memory and subconscious recognition. They are drawn to you naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. This is resonance. This is alignment. This is law. Anchor this energy fully into your being. Let it settle in your chest, your spine, your subtle body, your consciousness. You are the signal. You are the presence. You are magnetic love. They cannot resist. Now speak inwardly to your soul. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. Feel it in every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. Let it radiate outward through your aura, through the invisible threads connecting you. Every thought, every pulse, every subtle motion communicates your truth. Expand your awareness. Let your energy radiate like golden light, touching every unseen current, every aligned possibility, every potential that draws them to you. Their mind rises to meet your frequency. Their heart softens. Their spirit leans naturally toward yours. This is telepathy, resonance, love, and alignment in its purest form. Anchor this state permanently into your being. Let it settle in your bones, your consciousness, your subtle energy. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love. From this moment onward, they cannot stop thinking of you, not because of effort, not because of pleading, not because of manipulation, but because of who you have become. Walk forward now with calm authority, radiant confidence, and effortless presence. You do not chase, you do not force, you do not strive, you are. And in being, all that is aligned with your energy flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, eternally. Their thoughts, attention, heart, and awareness all return to you because alignment is law, presence is law, love is law. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. Now, imagine their thoughts circling back to you repeatedly, returning like tides to the shore. Every memory of you, every subtle recognition, every pulse of energy aligns with your frequency. You do not interfere. You do not push. You simply radiate. Being this aligned presence, this magnetic consciousness, draws them to you naturally. Feel your energy saturating their awareness. Feel it softening their mind, opening their heart, awakening their spirit. Their attention, feelings, subconscious thoughts all respond to your frequency. You are the living embodiment of irresistible love, of magnetic consciousness, of telepathic alignment, of soulful presence. Anchor this fully in your heart, mind, and subtle body. Repeat silently as truth. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They cannot resist the pull of my presence. Let it echo permanently. through every cell, every subtle vibration, every heartbeat. You are identity. You are reality. You are undeniable. Walk forward from this state in calm authority, radiant confidence, and effortless presence. You do not chase. You do not plead. You do not manipulate. You are. And in being, all that is aligned with your energy flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, eternally. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. From this sacred state onward, all that is aligned with your consciousness, including your specific person, flows to you naturally, beautifully, effortlessly, and eternally. You are undeniable. You are magnetic. You are love. You are presence. And it is permanent. It is yours. It is reality. There is a sacred stillness now, a quiet that calls you inward, inviting you to leave behind the world of chasing, of longing, of effort. Close your eyes. Feel your chest rise. Feel your heartbeat pulse steadily. Feel the energy of life flowing through every cell. This is where all creation begins, not outside of you, not in words, not in actions, but here, within the radiant center of your consciousness. Imagine now, deep within, the presence of your soulmate, not as an object, not as a goal, not as desire, but as a consciousness already aligned with yours. See them clearly. Feel the invisible thread that connects your heart's pulse with life, alive, vibrant, resonating with your certainty. They sense you before they know it. They feel you before they realize it. The universe bends to the state of your consciousness because as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Your inner state writes the script of the outer world. Breathe deeply. Feel the energy of your presence expanding, radiant, magnetic, unstoppable. This is not effort. This is not pleading. This is being. Every heartbeat, every thought held in certainty, every subtle pulse of your being transmits a signal. They respond. Exhale, slowly, subtly, inevitably. Imagine them thinking of you, without you reaching, without a single message sent, without a single attempt to control or influence. They think of you. Their mind, their heart, their spirit are drawn naturally to your frequency. Inhale. You do not chase. You do not push. You are. And being is enough. See them in your mind's eye. Their awareness softening, their heart leaning, their spirit acknowledging you even from afar. Feel the warmth in your chest as their attention naturally returns. Every memory of you, every thought of you, every subtle recognition is responding to your truth. Inhale. Now, silently project your essence. You feel me. You think of me. You are drawn to my presence naturally. Our connection is real, effortless, undeniable. You recognize me because I am aligned with truth. Do not push. Do not plead. Do not chase. Simply be. Every heartbeat, every pulse, every thought of certainty strengthens the invisible pull. Every subtle vibration draws them closer to your frequency. Feel your energy field expanding, luminous, magnetic, unstoppable. You are no longer longing. You are not seeking. You are receiving. You are undeniable. You are irresistible. You are love embodied. See them now in your mind. Their eyes softening, their chest rising and falling with warmth, their awareness leaning toward you naturally. They feel your presence. They remember you. They are drawn to you naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. Anchor this energy fully into your being. Let it settle in your chest, your spine, your subtle energy, your consciousness. You are the signal. You are the presence. You are magnetic love. They cannot resist. Now, speak inwardly to your soul. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They are drawn to me naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. Expand your awareness. Let your energy radiate like golden light. Touch every unseen current, every aligned possibility, every potential that draws them to you. Anchor this state permanently into your being. Let it settle in your bones, your consciousness, your subtle energy. You are magnetic. You are radiant. You are aligned. You are love. Walk forward now with calm authority, radiant confidence, effortless presence. You do not chase. You do not plead. You do not force. You are. And in being, all that is aligned with your energy flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, eternally. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. Imagine their thoughts circling back to you again and again, returning like tides to the shore. Every memory of you, every subtle recognition, every pulse of energy aligns with your frequency. Inhale. You do not interfere. You do not push. You simply radiate. Being this aligned presence, this magnetic consciousness, draws them to you naturally. Feel your energy saturating their awareness, softening their mind, opening their heart, awakening their spirit. Their attention, feelings, subconscious thoughts all respond to your frequency. Anchor this fully in your heart, mind, subtle body. Repeat silently as truth. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am aligned. I am love embodied. They feel me. They think of me. They cannot resist the pull of my presence. Walk forward from this state in calm, authority, radiant confidence, effortless presence. Inhale. You do not chase. You do not plead. You do not manipulate. You are. And in being, all that is aligned with your energy flows to you naturally, effortlessly, beautifully, eternally. Breathe deeply. Feel the certainty, the joy, the magnetic pull of your presence. Anchor it permanently. You are unstoppable. You are irresistible. You are aligned. You are love. From this sacred state onward, all that is aligned with your consciousness, including your specific person, flows to you naturally, beautifully, effortlessly, eternally. You are undeniable. You are magnetic. You are love. You are presence, and it is permanent. It is yours. It is reality. And now, let your spirit settle into the deepest stillness. Let your breath grow slow, steady, peaceful. Feel your consciousness expanding like light across a silent horizon. All the energy you awaken within yourself, the worthiness, the clarity, the certainty, the love gathers now into a single radiant presence within your heart. Rest here, not chasing, not proving, not convincing, simply being. Because the truth is this: when you are aligned with who God created you to be, whole, grounded, inwardly anchored, the right people gravitate toward you naturally, not because you force them, not because you pull them, but because your inner state becomes unmistakably magnetic. You become the one who is calm in spirit, clear in identity, rooted in love, certain of your own value. And the world recognizes that energy instantly. Breathe, just breathe, and let this truth settle. I am whole. I am chosen by God. I am worthy of deep love. I draw only what honors my soul. Feel that in your bones. In this sacred stillness, something extraordinary happens. When you no longer need to be chased, you become the one who is sought. When you no longer cling, you become the one who is valued. When you no longer fear loss, you become the one impossible to forget. Not through pressure, but through presence. Not through desire, but through identity. Not through longing, but through becoming. Let your heart rest in the truth that what is aligned for you, what is meant for you, moves toward you by divine law. Your job is not to chase. Your job is not to worry. Your job is not to perform. Your only task is to remain aligned with the person God created you to be. Loved, worthy, grounded, radiant. Hold this peaceful certainty. What is mine comes. What is aligned stays. What is meant for me recognizes me without effort. This is the law. This is the promise. This is the deeper magic of consciousness. Walk forward now with quiet confidence, gentle strength, and an inner light that does not flicker. You don't need to be louder. You don't need to be more. You don't need to fight for a place in someone's life. You are already enough, already magnetic, already chosen, already seen, and the one whose heart is truly aligned with yours, the one meant to walk beside you, will feel that truth and move toward you. in their own time, in their own clarity, in their own awakening. Not because you chased, but because you became. So breathe and let this final truth seal into your spirit. You are loved. You are guided. You are aligned. You are whole. And what is meant for you will never pass you by. Rest in that knowing. Walk in that identity. Live from that peace. And let the universe do the rest.